One album is getting kinda hectic. Too many fans on me like I'm in Texas.
The address is 1265 Lombardi Avenue. The place is known as Titletown. Welcome inside legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, the second of two on this wild card Saturday. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you. The Pro Bowler Brandon Aubrey has a set. And we're underway at legendary Lambeau Field. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll bring this to about the 25. The veteran Kenny Clark in on the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
2nd down and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. A quick snap, roped in by Watson. And we'll mark him down just shy of the 40. His first catch in the wild card game, and good for a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs, running left. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. It is Logan Wilson up to make the play.
42-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
From the 42-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Come on,
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to pick up the first down across midfield and down at the 49.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard, and sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Yeah, that's just a tough break here in the early going of this postseason, Mike. Everyone stresses the value of the ball, especially in the playoffs. Not only does that interception put an end to this drive, but it also gives all the momentum here early to their opponent.
1st and 10 now from the 36.
Yeah, here we go. Like, take. Wide. They will go to 53. Here we go, go to 50.
They'll run it for the first time with Javonte Williams. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Second and 10. First carry now for Jaden Blue. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Powerful Rashawn Gary there in run support.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Pistol now for Prescott. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looks like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the veteran Brian Anger on to punt for Dallas. Returnable from the 17. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
He's going to go deep, looking for Reed. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this one all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Cavante Turpin on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll manage to get to the 33. Edgar and Cooper, they're on the tackle.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6.
Here go 47.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson, and he's going to be brought down up past the 45. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a 1st down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Here's 1st and 10. Gonna work it to Lamb on the RPO. He's gonna be knocked down hard behind the line.
Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Play action now. Prescott. Open man down the field is Turpin. And he will go all the way. Devontae Turpin. Touchdown, Dallas.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession two. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Come on, ready.
They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. The veteran, Kenny Clark, in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8.
Blaster, 6. Here we go, set.
Now Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. We are through 1 here on Wild Card Weekend. All even on the scoreboard. And we're back. Lambeau Field in just a moment. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it in. He does. 1st down.
Job well done right there. 3rd and inches. You don't want to chop or step or go east and west. You're just trying to hit this thing downhill as hard as possible, run right at the defense. And he doesn't get a whole lot, but he does get the 1st down.
Here we go, set.
Love to throw it on 1st down. Flush to his right. He'll tuck it and take off. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting 1st downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Set, ready, black shot, yellow, 22, hut.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Red, yellow, here we go. Black, 95. Hut.
They'll go for it. Love. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down. That was something else. Big pickup on 4th and long. And they get a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Down, ready.
Here's Love. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7.
Ready, set.
Here's Love. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
Quarterback's lucky on that one, Mike, that ball ended up just harmlessly falling to the ground. It was that initial pressure that got to him that forced the errant throw, and fortunately for this offense, that ball didn't end up going the other way.
Ready.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. That's the safety, Malik Hooker.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning, being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
In motion, Lamb. The drive begins with a run by Williams. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. The all-pro Micah Parsons there for the stop.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
They face 2nd down and 7. Now Prescott. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He's got his man. It's Pickens. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First down. An 8-yard pickup. And the Cowboy 1st down.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 36.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. They'll throw again. Dak. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Keyshawn Nixon.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
Ready.
Here's Jacobs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And now the Cowboys are going to take a timeout, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
At the 42-yard line.
Set. Ready. Set.
Throwing is Love. He's got the rookie out of Texas, Matthew Foley. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. That tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Ready.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on fourth down. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's going to have a Packers first down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
Pretty simple here, Mike. Every team, they have this sheet up in the box. It's their own analytics telling them when to go for it, when not to go for it. And in this spot, their metrics say go for it, sneaks the call, first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. That's to the left side and taken in by Golden. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10.
Ready. Hut.
Now Jacobs. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Set. Hut. Red 38. Trouble 38. Ready.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Cowboys going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops. 50 seconds to play until halftime. 3rd and 6.
Claws red. Set.
To throw is Love. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Green Bay. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. A return now from the 4. And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Dak can throw it here on 1st down. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Prescott. He'll let this go for Pickens. And this will be incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and it'll be 3rd down.
And I think at this point here, 2nd quarter of this game, I think now is where we can start seeing each team open up their offense a little bit more. Early on, everyone's kind of feeling each other out, getting a taste of what the game plans are. Here they finally take a shot downfield. Nice job by the defense, but this is going to put a little depth in that coverage and hopefully open up some other things.
He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. A pickup of 14 on that one. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
They were going 53.
Prescott again. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw in the pass is incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Again, Prescott to the air. He's going to let one go deep for Lamb. And he will score. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. From the 6, here comes a return. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
20-yard line.
On the ready. Steal, flat. Let's go now. Hut, hut.
On first down, it's Love. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner.
And while he's still a rookie and he's going to have his ups and downs, this is the player they thought they were getting when they selected him in this previous year's draft. I mean, he looked almost like a savvy veteran there, baiting that quarterback into that throw. He had great anticipation. He was on time in his drive. And then he plucks that ball out of the air, and he almost looks like a wide receiver.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys move out in front. The new score, 17-14.
And what a way to close out the half, Mike. They essentially stole 3 points right before the break, and I think that's something they could build on at halftime and give them some positive momentum coming out for the second half.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. He's to midfield. Still on the move. And he's going to take this all the way back. 89 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. Greg, it is a beautiful thing to watch. 11 come together. We always focus on the return man, but the entire special teams unit paves the way for that score.
And all week, Mike, when you talk to this group, the coaches thought they had an advantage in the return game, and I think we can see why. They felt their scheme and their blockers was a great matchup against this kickoff unit, and in this case, it's very easy to see why.
Cowboys 17.
Who survives? Whose season continues on to next week? One half to decide it. Time for the third quarter of the NFC wildcard game. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
In motion, Lamb. Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Back to throw is Prescott. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Brought down back at the 31-yard line.
3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll go with Williams. And he'll take this up past the 40, pickup of 5. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. This would be a big loss, and we'll see if he can continue here in the divisional round.
46.
2nd down, Prescott. That's right side. He's got Ferguson. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. 1st down, Cowboys.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Dallas.
We're going to 50. Yeah, there we go. Like that. 26.
They'll run it with Williams. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Packers' 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Line 8. We're going to 54. Line 8. Here we go. Going to 54.
It's another run here for Williams. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll try and run here with Sanders. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. Able to convert, albeit not by much. They get it on 3rd and a yard.
So, Mike, it's actually funny to say, but these are actually the kind of offensive possessions that defenses want you to have, right? So the idea on defense is make them snap it again, make them go the long way. So at some point, when they continue to get fresh sets of downs, expect them to try to get a big play, try to generate a chunk, and try to move the ball down the field at a quicker pace.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Here's 2nd and 6. Prescott now. To the outside. Catch made by Pickens. And that's That's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
A first down throw for Prescott. Left side, caught by Lamb. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Cowboys.
Pistol now for Prescott. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Here we go to 54, wide eight. Here we go, 46.
To the air again, Prescott. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Dallas. Greg, they have such a knack. It's like they're on the same page. The quarterback almost feels like, well, when you were playing, you know where that guy's going to be in the end zone.
Yeah, we used to have a saying, Mike. We say we don't run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and especially against zone coverage. Down here in the red zone, the rule is if you're open, stay open. Don't run past an open zone to get covered. That's exactly what this tight end does here. Friendly target, ball on time, touchdown.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin then.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready! Set, hut.
They'll run with Emmanuel Wilson. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. Malik Hooker there on the tackle. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. Medical staff going to take a look, see if he can continue here in this wild card round.
Let's go now. Set, hut.
They'll run with Wilson. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
He was brought down by Peyton Turner. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Come on, hut, hut.
From the gun, it's Love. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
He's going to air this one out. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
All right, Mike, so in a situation like this, I would love to see the quarterback think first down. I don't need a touchdown. I need a fresh set of downs. I need to keep the chains moving and give me more opportunities to hopefully end this drive with a touchdown.
Dak going to give this to Blue. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Yeah, there we go. I take
So 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports.
going to 54. Wide in. There we go. Kill. 26.
On the play fake. Dak. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Packers have it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, going to 54, wide in. Here we go, going to 53.
On play action, here's Dak. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
Williams. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the 4.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. They put Pickens in motion.
We're going to 54, wide in.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. The ball's deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts to talk things over before 3rd down.
Hey, kill! Yeah! There we go, wide in. Hey, 47! 26!
Play action now. Prescott. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Keyshawn Nixon.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
Love to throw it on 1st down. Moving outside the pocket, escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
Big-time play there as they try to cut into this 4th quarter deficit. At this point in the game, Mike, remember, you're just going to get a couple more possessions, so you have to make the most of them, especially with the lead being this close for the taking.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. A pickup there of 13. 1st down, Packers.
That's another Packers 1st down. 1st and 10.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's into the hands of Emmanuel Wilson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's 2nd and 8.
Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8.
Ready, set.
Now Love on the move left. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
There's a lot of quarterbacks around the league that really struggle with this, Mike, but not this guy. A righty quarterback moving to his left. Your mechanics, your footwork, and your arm talent all have to align, and tell you what, he does it about as well as anybody around the league.
Pass caught right side by Kraft. A gain there of 15. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make...
And he's into the end zone, and they are making it look easy. Emmanuel Wilson, touchdown, Packers. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. The return starts from the 5. Hook up across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Prescott. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. On the run to the right. He keeps it himself. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. Double as good there. They get the 1st down and save a timeout. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs. Prescott on 1st down. Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end, and at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. Forced out wide. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 38 yards.
Cowboys, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Out to his right. And he cannot get away. Brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Hey, get him. We got 47.
It's 2nd down.
46. Hey, 47.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical third down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got third and fourth down. There's no punt, there's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
Dak facing third and long. Forced to his right. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on fourth down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
This one has plenty of legs, and it is good. And they inch a bit closer here in this fourth quarter.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
A one-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. It'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. A one-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
Ready, set.
They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. So they go backwards on first down. Here's second and 13. On the ground, here's Wilson. He's got space inside the 25. Cowboys going to use their third and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and trying to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Down.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's first and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So, it's a win.